Hi guys, Shantae here, and it's day 2 of your 14-day quick start training. At this point, you should know your why for being a coach. You should have read through your policies and procedures and have a better understanding of your business, and you should have started your 7-day quick start guide. Today, we're going to talk about a couple of things. Your first 2 vital behaviors, also your time commitment, and I'm going to give you some other resources for trainings. So first one is your first vital behavior, which is proof the product works. So what that means is that you need to commit to your workout program, to eating clean, and to drinking Shakeology every day. What that does not mean is it doesn't mean that you need to have this amazing transformation right now, or that you need to be 100% perfect or any sort of expert in any of these fields. Your challengers and your customers are going to connect with your story and your journey. And so that's what you want to share with people, and that includes your struggles and your successes. When I started as a coach, I started the same time I started my first challenge. So I was just starting to eat clean. I was just starting my Beachbody workout program. I was just starting drinking Shakeology, and I was 50 pounds overweight. I didn't have a transformation yet. And I started there and I built a business off of that. And people connected with that journey from the very beginning. Sometimes coaches get signed up and get really excited and get caught up in the coaching part of it. And they let themselves go and they let it slip. And if you're not taking care of you, then how are you expected to take care of other people? And that's now officially part of your job. Your workout and your good nutrition and your Shakeology every day is part of your business. So I want to touch on Shakeology real quick. Sometimes coaches go off of that, and if you want to build a business and if you want to share that as a tool with people, you also need to be drinking it because you can't promote it to your challengers if it's not something you're using yourself. The next vital behavior we're going to talk about is personal development, and this is going to be key in your business because part of this and part of being a coach is that you're growing and you're becoming a better person, and that's going to affect everything in your life. It's going to affect your personal relationships and everything, but a lot of your coaching. There are 2 things that I do for personal development, and this is kind of a minimum, and this is something that I suggest you commit to as well. It's going to really benefit you. I read at least 10 minutes of personal development every day, and I listen to at least 15 minutes of personal development every day. Where I want you to start is in the files of the Team Carpe Diem page on Facebook is the ebook, The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. I'm giving it to you for free. Start there. Places to listen to audio. You can get free audio on YouTube. Just type in free self-help audiobooks, and there's an entire channel dedicated to it. You can also listen on Audible on your cell phone, and you pay a monthly subscription and then can download books and listen that way. You can sign multiple people into one account, up to 5 devices. So, maybe find another coach and share and split it. And you guys can, split doing books or whatever, which is something we'll talk about a little bit later, is success partners. Another way to kind of deal with personal development and this positive mindset. That's what personal development is doing, is helping you develop a positive mindset, which is so important as a coach because that's a lifestyle that you're sharing with people. And to do that, you need to be living it. Another way is like-minded people, and your personality is determined by the 5 people you spend the most time with. Luckily, you just joined into an entire community of super positive, happy people. So find out and reach out and friend some other coach friends on Facebook. Another thing you might want to do is take a step back and look at some of the relationships in your life. And that doesn't mean that you need to stop being friends with people or you need to cut people out of your life. I'm just saying that you need to focus on you and your goals and what you want right now, and if there aren't people that are supporting you 100% or kind of helping you and pushing you towards that, then maybe you need to just take a little bit of a step back from them. The next thing we're going to talk about is time commitment, which is a big question coaches always have. Well, how much time am I going to have to commit to this? The length of time that you commit isn't really the important thing because the tools and everything I'm going to give you, you can do in an hour a day. You could also do in 2 hours a day, or in my case, I do it in 8 hours a day because this is my full-time job. You just need to know what that time frame is and sit down and schedule that into your life. because this is a business and you need to treat it like a business in order to make it a business. So you need to have business hours. And if that business hour is 1 hour a day, that's great, but know what that is. For me, when I started, I was working full time. And this was a secondary job for me. On top of that, I've got a relationship and all these other things going on. But I worked in the mornings. I worked on my lunch break. Brian was working out of town at the time. So when I got off work, this is all I did. That's how I grew my business quickly. You can still grow a business in using less time. It just may not grow as quickly. So that's something you need to know and sit down and figure out. If you've got a significant other, sit down and talk that through and figure out what that's going to be to where it's not going to be a problem. I also don't work on Sundays. I try and stay away from my computer. So take that into a factor too. The last thing I want to cover with you is additional training resources. So our Team Carpe Diem page on Facebook, in the files section, is a whole bunch of trainings for you to be able to go and utilize. There's webinars in there. There's also different documents for specific things. So just read through and figure out whatever you're specifically struggling with and go there. There's also your Success on Demand in your Coach back office. If you go to your back office, up on the top, there's all the tabs. The far right one says Success in bold letters. Click on that and it'll drop down, and there is more training and documents and info than you're even going to know what to do with. The last place is my YouTube channel, and I've got coach trainings available on there, and a lot of those videos come from coaches asking me a question, and if I think it'll be beneficial for the whole team, instead of just answering it for them, I'll make a video. So if there's something that you're struggling with or you have a question with and you're not really able to find the answer in those other places that I just offered to you, send me a message, and if I think it's something that can benefit everybody, I'll make a video for it. So your assignments tonight: commit to living your healthy lifestyle. Start your personal development with The Compound Effect, the book you can find for free in our team page on Facebook. And sit down and figure out what your time commitment is, so that when we move on to the rest of this training, you know where you can work these things in, okay? And I'll see you tomorrow.